Hi everyone, welcome back. One thing I wanted to mention that I didn't mention previously is this rule of thirds. The rule of thirds is this. Basically, if you're going to work on your canvas, the best thing to do is to place your render on the 1/3 mark. So here, this line is about the 1/3 mark on this side, and you see her face is pretty much even with that. If I went all the way over here, the line, more or less, if you wanted to go on the right side, her face would line up there, and preferably be facing the other way, where there's more depth. This is good because it's on the 1/3 line and she's facing off where there's a lot of material here, as opposed to here where she's kind of facing off and everything else is going to be behind her, if that makes sense. So I was tapping one tap at a time with my volcanic brushes, and I used one layer of kind of darker orange here. I lightened it up and used some yellow in the next layer, and the third layer I went over it to create some depth with black and white. Continuing on, I went to a gradient map, and that gradient map was a black and white chrome looking gradient map. You can do that just by clicking on this little icon here and find gradient map. Go to gradient map and choose the one you want. The one I chose was more of a black and white. Maybe I made it myself. Let's see. Looks like that, kinda. Okay. Anyways, I actually didn't want that, so I'm going to go back to where I was. Okay. Beyond the gradient map, I threw some text in there. Nothing special. One on top of the other. This layer here is Vivacity. Vivacity is made by a company called Topaz, and Topaz gives sort of a painting look, or it depends on it. You can use it so many different ways. This is I was kind of looking for a oil on canvas kind of look, which I really liked. Sorry, I just want to mention that after I went and did this layer here, after putting it on, what I did is I blended her face. Now, there's a lot of ways to do it. What I did is I just took the same, I used the same brushes, but I clicked the eraser in the vertical toolbar section, eraser, and I used that same eraser and I tapped those brushes. So here, like that. That's kind of large, but I reduced it a little bit. Let's see, in size. And then I went around. I used about 100 pixels and went around her face, and that's how I ended up getting that effect. Okay, there's a lot of different ways to blend, and there's a lot of different backgrounds that you can do. I'm just trying to keep it simple for y'all. Alright. Going up through the layers, I put a border on. This is a 2-inch pixel border. It's very easy to do. All you do is create a new layer. Go ahead and press Command or Alt A, and you get this little vibrating border around. And from there, you go ahead and just hit Edit and Stroke, and this comes up. You want to set this on black. I'd say probably 90% of my borders are like this. And either set it on 1 or 2 pixels. If it's like a big cartoony kind of comic book a tag that you're making, you probably want to go with a thicker border. But if it's a fine looking piece like this, 1 pixel is fine, and you want it set on inside, color black, 1 pixel, and that's what you get. And then your vibrating line, Command D to get rid of that. The last thing that you want to do is you want to create an applied image on the absolute last layer. So image, applied image, OK, and there you have it. This is really handy to have for a variety of reasons I can't go into now because I'm out of time. Hope you guys learned something, and I hope this helped. Talk to you later. Bye-bye now.